It looks stunning. I'll take a photo if you got it.
We all know Michael Jordan, we all know Air Jordans, but you don't know the story of it, so what makes it so special?
There's just a ton of love about that
Thank you. Thanks. What's up? Nice text, let's go.
You get the idea where we're going?
Yeah, you too. I sat down with him, saw the vision of the movie, you know exactly what he wanted to do with it. He told me literally verbatim.
I love this town. You know, I did my first sort of real movie here, although I wasn't sure it was a real movie at the time. It was Dazed and Confused. It was 30 years ago, 31 years ago, and I can't believe I'm that old. But I also, it's you know, this is a movie that we wanted people to enjoy. It's made to inspire people, to make them feel good. It's not, I don't think, cheesy or schmaltzy or saccharine or fake. It's about people and all their flaws and conflicts and struggles. But in the end, I felt like, and I'm not usually drawn to this kind of thing, but I thought, I want something that could just really inspire people, you know, in the way that Michael Jordan is inspiring to the world. You know, you see excellence, genius like that. There's something about it that moves us and makes us think, maybe I can do something difficult. Maybe I can do that thing I'm afraid of. Now, he's not in the movie because, well, for one thing, you know, he's just too iconic and too famous. The minute you try to show somebody else and say that's Michael Jordan, you kind of lose the whole audience because, by definition, when you're that iconic, there's only one of you in the world. And also what's really interesting is, I don't want to give it away, but it's a movie that you think is about one person and then another person, and then you find out who the real protagonist is, who the movie's really about halfway through, and it's really it's a pleasure. I really love this movie, I'll be honest with you, and I want people to see it in the theater because it's fun, because it's a lot of laughs. It's funny and it's fun, and I love it. So I hope people do too. I've just got lucky, you know. I mean, it's like I feel like you know, Phil Jackson with the Bulls. Like, I don't know. I'm sure he's a great coach, but it doesn't hurt to have you got a great team. You're going to be okay. And this cast is people that, you know, my whole life I dreamed. When I wanted to be a director, you know, I thought like maybe one day I could work with a really great actor. And I think Viola Davis is the greatest actor there is that I've ever seen. And so to have her in the cast for me is a dream come true. And I've been trying to work with Chris Tucker for 20 years, begging to work with me. And I love Jason Bateman's a genius, our fourth movie together. Chris Messina, he was so good in my last movie and nobody saw it. So now I'm like, all right, I'm getting you and you and me, we're going to see you be great. And then, you know, work with my best friend for so many years, it's just incredibly moving. I don't know what to say. It's beautiful. I'm very lucky.
Well, it's really like the movies that we loved growing up. Like, it's really dependent on the writing and the acting and the kind of things that made us want to be actors in the first place. And it was just a wonderful story. You know, we grew up through this era, so like we knew it from our perspective, but not from the perspective of the people kind of who were in the middle of it. And so it's just every time I read the script, I'd pick it up and then I go, oh, here I am for another hour and a half. Like, I got to go through the whole thing. It just grabbed you. And so we wanted to do it. I mean, that was kind of it. I mean, I think what happened was when we wrote Good Will Hunting, it took so long because we didn't know what we were doing. And so we kind of figured we shouldn't do that again because it's like we don't have the time. But when we wrote The Last Duel together, it went really fast because in the intervening 2 decades, we'd done nothing but make movies. So we kind of figured out how to do it kind of in the interim, and so we found ourselves like really enjoying the process again and go, well, we should be doing this more often.
Just being invited to hang out with the cool kids is always kind of fun. You know, I mean, Matt and Ben are just about the best at what they do, and you know, the crew that Ben put together is a real all-star crew, and I kind of dork out over stuff like that. And the quality of the script and, you know, the fun of the character was sort of secondary in that whole equation. Almost didn't even need to read it, you know. He's just super smart about the whole process of, you know, making fake life. It's sneaky tough to make it all believable, and his set IQ is so high. He understands the process so well that he makes it really easy on everybody. No one really broke a sweat on this because everybody was just doing so good at their job, you know.
You know, you're flattered at first, and then the next second is pressure to play the woman who basically is the orchestrator of this great athlete's life, you know? And obviously she was so influential, and then I'm looking at videos of her, and if you've ever seen videos of Dolores Jordan, she's extraordinary. She really is, because she's one of those, you know, she's one of those people where you're like, where did this talent come from? Where did this vision come from? Because she's from a generation of people. She's like our people's age, like 82, 81, just my mom's age. There's a whole generation of people that, for in my family, they didn't really have dreams. And if they did, they died in the sharecroppers field. And here is this woman who has big vision. Oh yeah, because I want them to see it. I don't think anyone really knows what they're going to experience. Because I've read comments. I literally went online to read comments. I can't believe I did. But yeah, I know. But I really don't need to do that. But when I'm reading the comments, people they can't even anticipate what they're about to see.
I think it's the perfect venue. I'm so excited to watch. I've never seen this film with an audience, so this is I think it's going to be a perfect audience for this. It's the A-team, you know, people like Bateman and Viola and Matt and Bob Richardson behind the camera. It's an incredible A-team. You know, I'm always amazed that I get to do this in general. So when I look around and get to do it with these people, it's like a dream come true.
I'm excited, you know. I want to see it in front of people too. I saw it before, but it wasn't in front of a lot of people. So I'm a big movie fan myself. So I'm excited, and I think people are gonna love it for so many levels because of the business level of, you know, breaking ground. Nike and was breaking ground by giving a percentage of the shoe to a player, and Michael for him and his family going after it, and his team. And I just think that, and then the drive of Michael Jordan, what made him so great, you know, winning, and then he was creating a brand at the same time because everybody felt good watching him, so they wanted a piece of him, and it was his shoe that was created at a certain time, a certain place, man. So it was great. Oh, it was great, man. I mean, Ben Affleck, man, I call him player coach because he's an actor, director, so he knows what actors like. And Matt, working with them, man, they're like brothers, and they said, come in, we're just gonna have some fun, man, and we're gonna make it work. And I love that environment. It was, you know, it makes you feel comfortable, and that's when the creativity comes out, man. And that's when a lot of fun can happen. No, you know, I was, but it's one of my friends. I'm playing one of my friends that I know. And like Ben said, you know everybody. And my agents came to me and said, hey, they got a part, Howard White. I said, wait a minute, I know Howard. So let me call him and make sure this is a movie. And he said, yeah, I'm in this movie. They mentioned me. And I said, well, I'm thinking about taking it. So it was all the good things I like. It was one of my great friends who I like a lot, Michael Jordan, the Jordan brand, and sports. So I said, yeah, I'm going to do this. It's going to be fun. And then working with these guys sound great. Definitely, because real people, real moviegoers, real people who love movies, and I think this, and our movie is real. It's a period piece, a lot of nostalgia, a lot of, it's inspirational, inspiring, so I think people are gonna love it. Like, it's an underdog movie too, so people love underdog movies.
Yeah, I'm super excited. First time seeing the movie with, a crowd and on the big screen. So, yeah, it's a dream. I can't wait. Well, look, there's so much about it that's attractive to me. One, I'm a Chicago kid, so the Bulls were my childhood. So anything with Michael Jordan, finding a way to tell his story, but not a direct biopic, was always very interesting. And then, look, the Jordan shoe deal really changed the economics of the entire industry. I just don't think people knew that. So to me, it was a really interesting way to tell the story. And look, it's not necessarily a Nike movie either. It's an underdog story. Hopefully, it's inspirational. It's about Dolores, Jordan's mother, and how big she was in the process. So look, hopefully it's just a fun ride and kind of a little educational along the way as well. Yeah, a dream. Ben and Matt, can't say enough about them. They for my first produced script, like to have Ben, Matt, Viola, Jason Bateman, Chris Messina, it was such a dream. And Ben and Matt did a lot of work on the script, and they're obviously great writers, and they brought a whole nother element to the script that, I think really comes through.